Hi, my name is Simon Gower and I'm a veterinary surgeon living in Gloucestershire with my partner Helen and my 3 children. I've been in equine and small animal practice for 20 years and I'm now specialising in the diagnosis and treatment of injuries in sports horses and racing greyhounds. I'm currently employed as a director of the Greyhound Board of Great Britain and also as veterinary director to the Greyhound Regulatory Board, which has given me valuable experience as a director in a sports industry. A part of this role means that I'm responsible for advising the board on matters of welfare, medication, doping control, and I also chair a veterinary scientific committee. I've recently become part of a joint initiative between British Horse Racing and FEI to share information on research and other areas of common interest. Anyway, I was introduced to eventing 20 years ago when I visited badminton horse trials for the first time. That taste of eventing has encouraged me to become more involved. Sadly, I don't ride, but both Helen and my eldest daughter Molly do, and they more than make up for that. Molly has an ambition to be a professional event rider, a dream that empties my bank account every month. I think it's true what they say, that mothers groom and fathers pay. We have jointly owned event horses for many years, both with young British event riders and international riders, and have been lucky to compete at the highest level, both at home and abroad. I think it's fair to say that we both derive as much pleasure, if not more, from seeing our young horses compete at pre-novice and novice level at many of the smaller events. Watching them develop and progress is just thrilling to us. This has led us to events all over the UK supporting our horses and riders, something which we thoroughly enjoy. British eventing, like many industries, is facing tough times, and although we are fortunate to have a loyal following of supporters which hasn't been daunted by the harsh economic times, we must not become complacent. We need to galvanise the sport's governing body and build on the fine work that has already been started. Of course, there will be a groundswell of support and enthusiasm towards 2012, and there's a huge amount of work to be done here and supporting Team GB. But 2012 isn't and shouldn't be our ultimate goal. British eventing has to use this as a springboard to grow the sport both in number and stature, so that the future of British eventing is secured. Part of the development that is needed is in the area of governance, as I've already said, and leadership, including support for event organisers and further developments in safety for both horse and rider. We also have a responsibility for education and training, right across the sport, for course designers, course builders, coaches and BE officials. And this requires a consistent programme that can be delivered year on year. Finally, we must address our membership services, being consistent and fair in delivering benefits to all of our members at all levels. Of course, we have to look at ways to increase membership, but this cannot be at the expense of looking after our existing loyal owners and riders. In summary, I believe that I have the relevant experience and a passion to make a valuable contribution to British eventing. I will face tough times with a strength of purpose and a sense of humour and bring enthusiasm and experience to the board. In short, I would be extremely proud to be a part of our eventing heritage, and I will support British eventing to the very best of my ability. Thank you.